webinar on unlocking the power of iKapture's intelligent automation platform. So recently we have launched iKapture, which is an AI-based intelligent document solution that help businesses to manage their documents more efficiently. With iKapture, businesses can say goodbye to time-consuming manual processes and hello to streamlined, efficient document management. I am your host, and today we have Raj with us, the chief architect at iKapture, to discuss the benefits and USP of iCapture. So he is going to share his insights on how iCapture can help businesses to simplify document management and how it is using the latest document digitization technology. So hello Raj, welcome to the webinar.
Welcome, Swati. Thank you, Swati. For having me.
So Raj, can you tell us how iCapture is useful for customers?
Yeah, sure. I think this will be one of the most important thing, what the customers would like to get it right. So first, let me try to explain about the benefits of what the digitization and also in parallel, how the iCapture works also. So one of the most important thing is the productivity. So on approximate Swati, it takes from the study, it takes
Mhm.
almost 1.8 hours per day for a customer, for the AP user or like any other document. They have to go search that particular document and like to locate that document. It takes almost 1.5 hour per day. So if you're taking about five people,
Mhm.
so actually, the people that are actually working is only four because all of them are just trying to do some kind of productivity, unproductive work, and all those things. So that's where iCapture kind of comes into the picture. What we do also is like we provide a concrete, solid about
Mhm.
the portal and which does tracking, searching the documents, and also we can try to provide one click of any actionable items which they would like to do it. So all those things in one stop, which we can have it from the iCapture portal perspective. And the other definitely the biggest benefit also is that probably from the compliance and audit kind of
Mhm.
issues that comes up, and the users they want to go in such a way the documents are located and where who actually been logged into the system and what all the actions they have done it. So that is also one of the key problems. So that's why we kind of took care of that in the iCapture also,
Mhm.
to have that kind of all the data, who came in, when they came in, and what are the actions they have done it, and if they do want to get any kind of documents, we do have it. So we should be able to provide that all the details.
Okay.
And the third one, what we do have, the other important factor is storage, right? Means if you go to any offices,
Mhm.
the old offices, which does not do the digitization, they have files and cabinets of documents and storages across, and when
Mhm.
you try to go open it up, where is that, which year,
Mhm.
which month, and all those things is there, right? So
True, true.
that's why we have provided a concrete secured document management system,
Mhm.
where the users can definitely go and try to find the documents, as well as to the restricted users, we can provide that access to only to that particular role, that particular user who can go and able
Right.
to do that. And this thing can even happen because if you have the files, somebody
Yeah.
can come in and do the theft, and also sometimes even the flooding also kind of comes up also, right?
True.
So those things, you should be able to go, and
Mhm.
if you have this kind of setup, even at any point of time they can access from anywhere and at any time, any audit complaints kind of things also, they should be able to do that. Okay. And the most important thing is you will be ahead of your competition,
Right.
because you are actually
Mhm.
digitizing. For example, I was just looking at the AP automation, the lead time. The lead time
Mhm.
is when it is going to be ready for payment, right? Getting the invoices to the
Right.
getting to the payment, it normally takes 7 to 10 days of time.
Oh, wow.
So because it
Mhm.
has to go, somebody's need to go and take care of that and all those things. And for using an iCapture, it's almost instantaneous. You should be able to if email been sent, automatically it gets into their ERP, and
Mhm.
they can do the approvals. It's almost instantaneous. So the you are actually getting a lot of productivity there also.
Right,
So at least,
right.
yeah. So these are like, definitely the things that which we can use it, and we can definitely see that in many of the use cases, right? Like, from
Yeah.
AP management, like, AP automation, expense
Mhm.
management, and like, means you can identify the documents, like which you can try to get into the HR onboarding process, insurance
Right.
claims, and all those things, right? Like, which you should be able to do all that.
Mhm.
Hope that
That
answers.
that's really interesting. Yep. Can you tell us more about how iCapture is using this document digitization technology?
Yeah, sure. Like basically, I think
Mhm.
there are different ways of doing this one, Swati. Like I mean,
Okay.
when we have
Mhm.
started this, we have not only us, like, a lot of people have started, like, without cropping, and also, like, the regular expressions, or even, like when they want to get into the size of the edge technologies and all those things. So
Mhm.
what they can do at that point of time, right, is when they take a document
Okay.
and they do the training, like means without a training, like it means basically what it does is you actually get the document and you do the cropping, or you write the regular expression that remains only to that template or to that kind of set of documents. And now introducing the AI/ML, and with the deep learning technologies, and like, a
Mhm.
little bit into the natural language processing like NLP, the way that we have done is, when the document comes in and you do the cropping, or like, you do this, like the I'll explain like a little bit this one in the negative,
Yep.
this one. But the
Mhm.
main thing is, once you have it, it not only, you know gets that particular set of documents. If
Right.
there are any tilted documents are there, and if there are some, like, the quality wise also not good,
Mhm.
you get to find the qualities. As you're actually trying to do that, you get more and more training, like you get more and more training, and you learn from that particular documents, and to provide very, very accurate results. So that's why, like we use that kind of technologies here, like a way that AI/ML, deep learning technologies with NLP, and all those
Okay.
things as a core component. And whatever we have done it, like you mentioned, yeah, basically with these kind of technologies only, we are actually able to extract. We are actually kind of working out with the customers who has, like, the hundreds and thousands of invoice templates also, because of all the technologies.
Yeah, yeah, that's really great. So finally, can you tell us, with so many products out in the market, what is the USP of iCapture and why should customers choose us?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you asked a right question. I think, one of the key things is,
Mhm.
this is a I just got a kind of a report from the Gartner also. Like
Okay.
this is a
Mhm.
kind of a dense market out there, right? Like I mentioned,
Right.
there are a lot of
Mhm.
people, lot of vendors, and lot of software tools that are exist. The way that we really stand out here, Swati,
Mhm.
is one main thing is, we are the only company which does it, like, with the keywords and synonyms based kind of combinations of that. So
Oh.
what we do is we
Mhm.
use the combinations of keywords and synonyms, as
Okay.
well as the cropping technologies.
Mhm.
And why we use that one, right? When we
Right.
use the keywords and synonyms,
Mhm.
it becomes, like, easy for the user to go and add, like, okay, this is the invoice number, or this is the first name that which I want to get it. And I add, like, all different ways of, like, wherever that I got the documents for. And then I know, like, then I get at least 70 to 80% of the data extracted just by adding keywords and synonyms. And then remaining 30, whatever you don't get it, you can do a cropping of that particular documents, and
Okay.
then, like, you should be able to get the rest of the extractions, like, much more successful. And all these things, as I explained earlier, all these things goes through the training
Mhm.
process, learning process, and which you can get more and more accurate results and all that stuff. So the other day, like, I was just trying to get a kind of a bank statement, and also, like, there is a form called 356H from the new drug policy, and all those things.
Okay.
I got him into front of my, like, into the conference room. I got the document. We have not
Mhm.
even touched the code, right? Like, no touching the code. So we went and then, like, extracted, took that particular document, and I added the keywords. I have not even done a cropping and all those things. I added a keywords to that particular document,
Mhm.
and I was able to get 70% of accuracy there.
Wow,
And
nice.
then Yeah, and remaining I spent probably half an hour of my time and did my cropping, and without training, I got almost 85 to 90% of the extraction came successfully. So now the next step is if you go through that AIML, any set of documents, any cropping, anything like that, which you should be able to get. So that is the USP number one. The way that we actually approach it, the way that keywords and synonyms and combinations of with the cropping technologies, which you should be able to get it successfully. So the second USP is definitely the integrations, right? So integrations are key for the document extraction. Means what are you going to do? Once you extract the documents, and by going to each and every customer, Swati, we probably might have went to almost 100 people. There is no unique requirement which we get.
Yeah.
Each one gets it their own set of requirements. So one, for example, if you go to AP automation, they want to say that hey, give me if we can expose an API. Can you do the integration? And some of them will go, I'll drop in a file there, I'll take care of it. And some of them will say, I have a RPA process that exists. RPA will take care of it. And
Okay.
integrations also, there is a soap based integrations, rest based integrations, and and some of them I already have it, and some of them you already have it, and all those things. So that's where we come into. So we took back, we went back and definitely took into a little bit of a holistic way of doing this,
Okay.
and where we have developed a kind of an integration platform, and then where we have developed a kind of a plug and play architecture. What that means is we have developed all the built-in components, right?
Okay.
There are built-in components, if you want to do the rest, or if you want to do something on the soap, or so file based, and anything like that, we have kind of a templates and components that are associated
Okay.
based on the customer. We can drag it, or we can get that particular one and do the mapping and transformation done. And even that reduces drastically by at least 70-80% of the time. If
Okay.
normally uh, it
Mm-hmm.
takes 1 month of time, we should be able to do it in 1 week of the complete integration end to end also. So because
That's
yeah,
really
we
time
do have
saving. Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely time saving. And some
Mm-hmm.
of them we give that power to the user also, to do that mapping. We provide the user
Yeah.
to that mapping. For example, the date format has to be like this, and these are the mandatory fields that
Mm-hmm.
which you'd like to get it, and all those things. So that one also we should be able to get that particular values there itself. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the number three. And
Mm-hmm.
the most important thing is our people, right?
Okay.
So we do have a great domain experts and
Mm-hmm.
industry experts in at Sailotech, and then now to iCapture. It's
Right. Mm-hmm.
what this one tells is, when you go to a customer, right?
Okay.
When you go to a customer, and we can understand their business process very easily, because we do have that industry knowledge and domain
Okay.
knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we understand that very easily, and by knowing that, we can even suggest what are all the best practices that what we have done, and as well as even suggest not only for this particular process, that whatever we are also trying to do for the overall picture also, which we should be able to explain them. So these are
Right.
all kind of brings in why people has to choose a kind of an eye capture, right? Because it
Yeah.
is definitely a dense market, and the way that we approach, and also
Mm-hmm.
we take one on one. We definitely take a customer very seriously, and then we work with them, we handhold them until they get a perfection of the complete digitization process. Be it might be account
Yeah.
management, or be it might be expense management, or any other use cases that which we would like to get it, which we should be able to take care of that.
Right. Right.
So
Those are
hope,
really great insights, Raj. On
thank you, Swati.
Yeah.
and
Thank
and
you for your time and sharing your insights on iCapture, the USP of iCapture, of course. That really helps us and our clients and customers to understand the benefits of iCapture as well.
thank you, and
Thank
also
you.
to the audience. I know you joined from all over the place, so if you do have any questions,
Yeah.
if you do have anything like that, just to post it on the LinkedIn, and we can answer you all your questions, and also any help that you would like to digitize your organizations, like with all the different use cases. We more than happy to talk to you guys. Okay, thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Raj. You,
Thank you.
viewers, you can reach us to iCapture.ai, or you can mail us at info@iCapture.ai. So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone who have attended our webinar. Thank you, Raj. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Swati.